don't, but we're looking at some.
Just 3 stop signs.
Just throwing it
You
out.
got the
We don't
footing
necessarily
board for 'em,
propose
the
it,
new,
because there's no
gotta be the
accidents,
fancy signs.
But I have witnessed, you know, the traffic is.
Oh, yeah, and it does around there when you're coming in and out of this side too, by the bank.
I showed this to Joe.
I use
and
this all the
said,
time.
Pull down the front
Having
street,
heartburn over
waiting
this,
forever.
and then just like going, no, I wouldn't have any heartburn.
Well, see, and the problem is when these cars are backed up here,
Those other ones, so those
these
stop
cars
signs
are flying around, and if you're making a left, you can't see them coming at you.
That's why I always come in order.
Yeah, I know, and that's good.
One of the ones that we couldn't work with, so it's like, you can't just-
Let's go.
I see a lot
Yeah.
of people do it.
Yeah, don't wait on us. Here we go. Bang the gavel,
Regular
we'll shut up.
meeting of Lexington, Missouri City Council, Monday, November 3rd, 2025, 7:07 PM. Fair?
Here.
Briggs?
Here.
Coulter?
Here?
Heidrich?
Aye.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Patke?
Here.
Papsel?
Here?
Solentrop? Rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will all the council members answer if they have or have not read the minutes of the council meeting dated October 20th, 2025? Fair?
Yes.
Briggs?
Yes.
Coulter?
Yes.
Heidrich?
Aye.
Holtmeyer?
Yes.
Patke?
Yes.
Papsel?
Yes?
Solentrop?
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Patke, second by Solentrop. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved.
Approval and adjustment of agenda, including consent agenda. You have the change order number 1, Jefferson Street and roadway and ADA compliance, STP 6406607.
Make a motion.
Second?
Motion by Holtmeyer, second by Papsel. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Citizens' comments.
Folks, if anyone in the audience would like to come up and talk about something that's not on the agenda, now is your chance.
Good evening. I'm Nancy Ranieri, and I think you need the address, 2901 Graham Road. Mr. Mayor, council members, I do thank you for the opportunity to speak with you this evening. I am the chairperson of the Senior Center Support Committee, and I'm here to speak just as a concerned participant of the Senior Center. It's been 6 months since we moved locations, and we're now, as you know, in the Knights of Columbus Hall. Mr. Patke, at the time of the April meeting, you invited us back in 6 months to let you know how things were going, so that's really my reason for being here tonight. First, I would like to say that we are aware of the ongoing discussion with the city and the tax initiative committee here, and we do appreciate that. We know that you're looking at a future home for us. We're excited about that, and we anticipate an outcome going forward. I do want to say that immediately following the January meeting, when the decision was made to move us, several of us members of the Senior Center met with a representative from the Knights of Columbus, and many, many promises were made to us that night. Some of them have been fulfilled. They did upgrade the lighting by replacing light bulbs in the lower level of the hall. They did remodel the bathrooms and the entryway to make them ADA compliant for us, including there was a small step that remained that they did take care of later on. The parking lot was paved. They did tell us they would allocate handicap spots. That amounted to 2, which I will question and address a little bit further. And more recently, they have replaced water softener in the kitchen for us. There were many promises, however, that were not carried out, and they are affecting our day-to-day operations. I don't know myself personally what was in the contract with the Knights, but I do feel that you all need to know the difficulties that we're under by being in that situation. So 2 handicap parking spots. For a senior center, really, it may be to code, but it's not enough. That small parking area is level. We agree that. But we have 18 to 20 people that are regular visitors to the center that have handicap parking placards. So 2 spots is not enough. So currently, the answer to that was the city has given us some large orange cones, which are quite heavy. The Knights of Columbus were to make signs for those. Well, we got tape, I'm sure you've all seen it, with the handicap picture on the tape. So we have wrapped the tape on the top of the cones. Those cones have to be put out, should be put out every morning and picked up every afternoon. Now, we have gotten in the habit of not bringing them in the evening, but we do have to do that anytime that the building is rented. So that's quite a physical job if you think about it. I don't know, I think there's 20 cones approximately. That's quite a load for one of us seniors to be moving around and bringing in and out in all kinds of weather. So the other issue that we have is we do have people that come in as early as 8:15 in the morning to get a handicap spot so that they can get into the building. They then sit in their cars until 9 in the morning when we open operations. That's going to be a problem when winter comes in, I think. I don't imagine the seniors are going to be very comfortable sitting in their cars for 45 minutes waiting just so they can get that parking spot. If they park upstairs or down, or the upper level or the lower level, they have at least 16 stairs. Again, a concern in the winter if those are not cleared. I just think there could be a solution there. Maybe just some paint. We were also promised a locking office for our administrator. Currently, she has a desk in what is referred to the council room, which doubles as our private classroom space. This room is used for line dancing, Tai Chi, exercise. So anytime those classes are operating, she needs to take her workspace out into the main hall where we have anywhere from 60 to 80 seniors visiting or playing bingo, cards, other activities. It's a little bit hard to work in those circumstances. That room is also often rented, even lately during our time. And I believe that room is included in that 6,500 square feet that we were told we were getting. I would have to look at a contract to see that for sure. With the loss of the 3,500 square feet from the Elks building, we've lost private classroom space. We have had to cancel a few classes. We have lost our library space, and our art classroom has now become a small rolling cart. Again, when the rooms are rented, the administrator has to pack up her desk. We have to pack up our reception desk, our computer check-in kiosk. Filing cabinets are in the main room for the most part, and they should be behind a locked doors. We do have individuals' personal information in there. They do fill out a 3 or 4 page information. We have emergency contacts. We have addresses and phone numbers. All of that should be locked more securely than in a locked file cabinet. We were told in January at the meeting that there were only 3 rentals through the end of this year, and that there would be a stop on rentals. That has not been the case. We have had 29 rentals between moving in May and the end of October, and we had 2 rentals this weekend. When we have a rental on the weekend, we have to, as seniors, move the furniture, clear our desks, secure everything. Anything that isn't locked down has to be moved back into a very overcrowded storage space. Depending on the rental and who's renting, depending on how much we have to move items or how many items have to be cleared out. Sometimes we have to move our drink station, our meal serving station, anything that, as I said, isn't kind of tied down. They have installed a temporary curtain that's about 4 feet from the main wall, and things some things can be put behind there, but nothing that needs to be secured, because obviously it's just a curtain that is put in place for the time of a rental. So rentals, ongoing rentals are a problem for us. The moving of items and the replacement of items, it has up to the end of October, we've spent 83 work hours doing that. So that is staff and volunteers, and I will tell you, most of the volunteers are seniors, and we should not be moving furniture, bookshelves, clearing bookshelves so that the knights can come in and move the bookshelves. We understand now that there are rentals every weekend through the end of the year. So we did not get what we thought we were going into. We were also promised a large storage unit along what I think would be the north wall. We have not had that. Again, we do have bookshelves there. Without the library, we had 6 small sections of books where we previously had an entire room. We have been very grateful to partner with Novel Nook here in town, and I will give them a kudo for that. They are bringing books into us now so that we do have some rotation for our seniors that want to read. So that has been a big help. The storage room that was to be for the support committee ended up having to be taken over by the kitchen as dry storage, and that closet is shared now with the kitchen for dry food storage. It also has Knights of Columbus furniture in it, and it also is the support committee. At the time of moving, when we realized the kitchen wasn't big enough for dry food storage, we actually, as a support committee, had to rent an 8x11 unit, and we were paying over $80 a month for that unit to store our decorations, seasonal items, any other things. We have cleared that out. We do have an individual that's offered us their farmhouse now. So we are saving that $80 a month, but that went on for 3-4 months at least. Yeah. Just to make you aware, the smaller space has also brought our numbers down a little bit. We don't have the attendance that we used to have. We don't have the classroom space we used to have. So it's limited our activities that we can provide, but it's also limiting our opportunities to fundraise. The support committee is responsible for all of the activities at the senior center except the lunch meal. Aging Ahead provides the funding for that lunch meal, and we only get reimbursed if we have someone in there for lunch. So when we have smaller groups, less groups coming in for activities that would normally stay for lunch, it's cutting into what we are able to provide. And that's, again, partly due to limited space. The kitchen is sometimes rented as well, and people are using refrigerators. We've had some items gone missing. We've had some of the equipment has not been operational and not been very clean. It's been left unclean after rentals as well. So again, work hours spent there. The city should be, or maybe has already gotten notification that the ice machine, needs to be replaced. We have had it cleaned. We've had it serviced on a couple of occasions. It's not working for us at all. The Knights of Columbus are saying they're not going to replace it, and we are currently purchasing ice. We make a trip to Walmart every couple of days to purchase ice for our drink station. So we estimate, I would say, our participant numbers are down by 1/3 to 1/2 since we moved in. With the numbers dwindling like that, I'm not sure how long Aging Ahead is going to see us as feasible, and it's possible that, you know, we could lose that service for seniors in Washington if something can't be addressed to help us out. So we do know that we've had a change of Knights of Columbus officers, and we are working closely with the new officers, and they were unaware of the circumstances, so we're happily filling them in. Hopefully we can continue to work with them, but we would appreciate any assistance that you can give us to solve the issue before the opportunity to have a new building. So I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you know how many square feet you have now versus when you were at the Elks?
I believe the number is 6,500. We had 10.
10 at the Elks and 65 now.
Yes, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Can you tell me, handicap parking, how many were at the Elks and how many?
There would have been at least 6. Yeah, but again, we had a larger level area. So that's part of the issue, any overflow. And those of us that obviously don't need the assistance are parking and in the lower levels. But if a senior comes in later and has to park in on either the upper level or the lower level, the stairs are difficult. If they come inside the building, it's 2 flights of stairs that turn. Otherwise, it's the concrete stairs on the outside.
Just to add to that, so 6 handicap spots would be what you would need?
Would certainly help, yes. We'd love to have more if we could.
I understand. And then you said that the Elks had more level, the KC's is more level, right?
Parking.
Parking is
But
level.
not that many spots.
Bigger level lot.
Yeah,
KC's was all at a slope. There was nothing level,
for
right?
the Elks.
The Elks was all
The
level.
Elks had a larger level.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't look at the Elks as level. I looked at that as it sloped away.
No, the low,
Okay.
but the lower area was quite a bit bigger, and it was level in then, no steps
No step,
into the
okay.
building. Where if you aren't on that main level at the nights,
Yeah, I
where the
understand.
lower level entry is, you are stairs either way. So there's no excess parking there that's level entry.
I have handicap, I usually never park on that lot unless there's nobody there. I walk downstairs.
Well, I would, thank you for coming, first of all. I appreciate that. I didn't realize you were coming because I asked you to, but that's all right. I would encourage you to continue to speak with those members. The Knights of Columbus is different. They have those who are there every day, some that are a part of the board, some are part of the council. So those things, sometimes they have to work things out amongst themselves along with you. I'm there periodically, so I will definitely try to speak to those who would know, at least about those spots, you know, the rentals, the ice machine, et cetera. So I'll try to do that personally to try to push that along
The rental
also.
situation is probably our biggest hiccup at the moment.
The what situation?
The rental situation,
Okay.
having to move items on a regular basis. It's not just weekends either. Sometimes they're rented in an evening, so we have to take everything off of our tables and move it aside for one night for a meeting or something, and then replace it in the morning.
Weren't you in charge of the rentals at the Elks?
I'm sorry?
Wasn't your group in charge of the rentals at the Elks?
No, the city was.
No, the city was.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, but,
It was rare that it was rented.
right.
To the extent that we had to clear. Usually if it was rented, we were able to leave our decorations and things there. But the
Okay.
Knights is insistent that everything, even plaques off the wall and, I don't know, we don't,
Drapes over things.
yeah.
Yeah. When we had the Elks, you could walk in the front door, and the ladies, they had everything. When you walked in there, if you was kind of crabby that day or something, you go in there and you see all the decoration, how the women had everything decorated, it just changed your mind, everybody's so friendly and stuff like that. Not that way anymore. It's just part of the problem.
I will say, with regards to, we are under contract with Aging Ahead, and it is a multi-year contract, so they are locked in with providing that service. They can't just pick up and not go ahead and provide that. I think it was a 3-year or 5-year, do you remember, Mark?
I don't.
I'd have to go back and look. Do you guys remember, Chad? We'll take a look at that,
Well,
but,
that's good to know.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, they are, yeah,
I do know that when centers tend to get small, then they tend to pull out.
I understand.
So
I understand.
that's a concern.
And then- Sorry. I just
No.
wanted- As far as attendance numbers go, I know you said a half or a third. Do you have a number on how many are there in a day?
Well, I'll tell you, Tuesday and Friday, we play bingo. So we have anywhere from 70 to 80, maybe 90 people. On Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we can have as few as 15 to 16. So it's a big.
So you only
it's a
need more
big-
parking spots on Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah, definitely do
Gotcha.
on that day, yeah.
What were your numbers when you were at the Elks? I know that we.
Probably on a good day, it wasn't unusual for us to have 100, if we had an activity. I mean, obviously, it depends a lot on weather, activity, sometimes even what we're having for lunch, to be honest.
Did they just stay home or they go somewhere else?
I don't think they can go anywhere else in Washington and get lunch and what we provide for $5. So if they're under financial strains at all, it's the only place. It's the only place in town the seniors can come in, anybody, and have a cup of coffee in the morning and have a donut or a cookie or a snack, and then have a full meal for $5.
So you're saying they're staying home?
Yeah, I would assume so if they're not coming in.
We used to have a lot of activities, which we can't have.
We're limited.
We're limited to what we can do.
Thank you.
That's the way things are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would any other citizens like to come up? Okay. Go ahead, Sharon.
Ordinances and resolutions, an ordinance amending the 2026 budget of the city of Washington, Missouri.
Solotrup?
Introduced by Sullentrup.
This is the budget amendment for the change order that you previously approved on Jefferson Street.
Further discussion, guys? Okay, second reading, Sherry.
An ordinance amending the 2026 budget of the city of Washington, Missouri. Hydrich,
Aye.
Briggs,
Yes.
Patke,
Yes.
Altmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes?
Sullentrup,
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7A passes. B, please.
An ordinance adopting a stormwater management policy for the stormwater cost share programs, 50/50 reimbursement program and rock assistance program.
Coulter.
Introduced by Coulter.
Are there any further questions from the discussion at the workshop for this?
Okay, second reading.
An ordinance adopting a stormwater management policy for the stormwater cost share programs, 50/50 reimbursement program and rock assistance program. Hydrich,
Aye.
Briggs,
Yes.
Patke,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes?
Sullentrup,
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7B passes. C, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of an agreement by and between the city of Washington, Missouri and SCE Inc. for the old pool house exterior renovation project.
Patke.
Any other
Introduced
questions?
by Patke. Any other questions or discussion? you guys? Okay. Second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of an agreement by and between the city of Washington, Missouri and SCE Inc. for the old pool house exterior renovation project. Hydrich,
Aye.
Briggs,
Yes.
Patke,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes?
Sullentrup,
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7C passes.
Thank you.
D, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a sales contract by and between the city of Washington, Missouri and Truck Centers, Inc. for the purchase of a 2026 Freightliner 108 SD single-axle dump truck with snowplow and spreader.
Solotrup?
Introduced by Sullentrup.
Good evening, council. We spoke about this at the workshop. We are replacing a 2010 model. We did budget 220,000, and this truck did come in at 186,572.
Further questions or discussion, guys? Second reading, Sherry.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a sales contract by and between the city of Washington, Missouri and Truck Centers, Inc. for the purchase of a 2026 Freightliner 108 SD single-axle dump truck with snowplow and spreader. Hydrich,
Aye.
Briggs,
Yes.
Patke,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes?
Sullentrup,
Yes.
Bear.
By your vote, ordinance 7D passes. E, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a sales contract by and between the city of Washington, Missouri and Truck Centers, Inc. for the purchase of a 2027 16-foot tandem Freightliner M2106 plus dump truck.
Saltrop.
Introduced by Selentroop.
Council, we spoke about this at the workshop also. This is replacing a 2003 tandem dump truck. Again, we budgeted 220,000, and this truck did come in at 158,425.
Questions or discussions? Second reading.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a sales contract by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Truck Centers, Inc. for the purchase of a 2027 16-foot tandem Freightliner M2106 plus dump truck. Heidrich,
Aye.
Briggs,
Yes.
Patke,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Hepsel,
Yes?
Selentroop, Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7E passes. F, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a sales contract by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Oakley Fertilizer, Inc. for bulk rock salt.
Petke.
Introduced by Patke.
Evening, council. This is the winning bid for our salt for the 2025-2026 season. Oakley Fertilizer was the low bid at $83.50.
Further questions or discussion? Second reading, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a sales contract by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Oakley Fertilizer, Inc. for bulk rock salt. Heidrich,
Aye.
Briggs,
Yes.
Patke,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Hepsel,
Yes?
Selentroop, Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7F passes. G, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the acceptance of proposal by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Corrid, Maine for purchase of 3 replacement aging meter-based stations.
Heidrich.
Introduced by Heidrich.
Council, this is the equipment that reads all the water meters in the town. Need to be replaced.
How long will this take to get this?
But they told me if this gets approved, it should be like 6 to 8 weeks to get it through, so. Get the equipment ordered and delivered. They're pretty quick on this kind of stuff, and censuses, they move pretty fast on this stuff, so.
Cool. Thanks.
Further questions, discussion? Second reading.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the acceptance of a proposal by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Corrid, Maine for the purchase of 3 replacement aging meter-based stations. Heidrich,
Aye.
Briggs,
Yes.
Patke,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Hepsel,
Yes?
Selentroop,
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7G passes. H, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the acceptance of a quote by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Bobcat of St. Louis, Valley Park, Missouri for the purchase of a compact excavator.
Heidrich.
Introduced by Heidrich.
Yes, council, this is replacing our aging 2007 John Deere backhoe. We're replacing it with a mini excavator.
Further questions or discussion? Second reading.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the acceptance of a quote by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Bobcat of St. Louis, Valley Park, Missouri for the purchase of a compact excavator. Heidrich,
Aye.
Briggs,
Yes.
Patke,
Yes.
Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Coulter,
Yes.
Hepsel,
Yes?
Selentroop,
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7H passes. I, please.
An ordinance providing approval and acceptance of minimum improvements for maintenance for Stone Bridge, Plat 5, Phase 4 in the City of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Holtmeyer.
Introduced by Holtmeyer.
So the developer here for Stonebridge Phase 4, which is Plat 5, this is off of the new Foxcrest roadway there to the north. And then it will tie into their previous phases. There'll be a Phase 5, and then it'll tie back into Phase 3 and 2 off of the Parkway. They have put in all the infrastructure, so this is accepting the streets, water, sanitary, and stormwater. 20% maintenance bond for a little over $182,000 for 2 years. And then there'll be a final plat approval at the end of the agenda.
Question or discussion?
This is similar to the map that's on 7L of your packet or whatever, and he's got the picture up.
No questions or discussions? Second reading.
An ordinance providing approval and acceptance of minimum improvements for maintenance for Stone Bridge Plat 5 Phase 4 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Hydrich.
Aye.
Briggs.
Yes.
Patke.
Yes.
Holtmeyer.
Aye.
Coulter.
Yes.
Pepsel.
Yes.
Challenger.
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7I passes. 7J, please.
An ordinance providing approval and acceptance of minimum improvements for maintenance for terraces in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Saltrip.
Introduced by Congress.
This is for accepting the minimum improvements, as you can see off of Don Avenue here, east of Pottery Road between Pottery and High Street, where this is the apartment complexes that are going in there. So they already final platted and had a performance contract to put it in. Now they've actually installed everything, so it's the acceptance of the streets, storm, sanitary, and water. With one exception, they are required to have a sidewalk along this roadway. So we're still putting a separate performance contract for them to install the sidewalks, which are planned to go on the south side, which is actually their phase 2, which they're working on the design plans now. So it made more sense to hold off on installing the sidewalk.
Was that something we're making them do?
The sidewalk? Yes. Since it's a collector street, it's required to have the sidewalks leading there. So that will have sidewalks all along Don Avenue there.
Both sides?
Just one side, just on the south side. So they do have the escrow for just shy of $75,000 to cover the sidewalk installation in a couple of years.
Other questions, discussion? Second reading, please.
An ordinance providing approval and acceptance of minimum improvements for maintenance for terrace in Washington in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Hydrich.
Aye.
Briggs.
Yes.
Patke.
Yes.
Holtmeyer.
Aye.
Coulter.
Yes.
Pepsel.
Yes.
Challenger.
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7J passes. K, please.
An ordinance vacating a portion of Front Street right-of-way from Oak Street westward 22.5 feet in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Bear.
Introduced by Bear.
So this right-of-way vacation is for the underground burial project for Ameren. They need us to vacate the right-of-way so that they can put a transformer in this location here. So it's just the space north of the parking lot, between the sidewalk and the parking lot there, just at the corner, as you can see hatched out here. So still be city property. It just has to go back as city property so we can dedicate an easement for them as opposed to right-of-way.
Ameren is insistent on permanent easements for the locations of those.
If it stays in right-of-way, then we can essentially make them move it later. Here, it's a little more stable for them to, have it not moved on them.
Does this help with the burial of the electric lines?
Absolutely.
Yes, this is one of the few
One of
remaining ones that we
probably
need.
13 different easements, and I do have, we received good news today. I think the one that we've been working so long on signed all the documents today, I think. And so we anticipate having a slew of ordinances in front of you for not only that one, but all the remaining ones, hopefully at the first meeting in December, I think, is what we're shooting for. And maybe another one on the 17th as well, too. But if we have to do them piecemeal, we'll do them piecemeal, but the goal is to try to get all of that in place. I think Andrea sent out an email to all the stakeholders that in the project that once we receive these easements by the end of the year, hopefully we can start construction then in March of 2026.
You say 17?
I don't hold me to that, Steve. I think maybe 13 or something like that. It was
Easements?
easements. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think it was a little less than that, maybe 11, and we've already gotten 3 of them, so.
Okay, yeah.
third one.
So there you go.
So I see water line, Charles, there's no other utilities that we would have to ever be back in there again?
No, I don't believe so. I mean, no, everything else is out everything else is out in the street, in the center line of Oak Street.
We still own it, but I mean, if they put a switchboard there or a transformer there, you're not gonna get underneath of it.
Right. No, everything else for us is out in the street, Oak and front, so.
Further questions or discussion, guys? Second reading.
An ordinance vacating a portion of Front Street right-of-way from Oak Street westward, 22.5 feet in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Hydrich.
Aye.
Briggs.
Yes.
Packey.
Yes.
Holtmeyer.
Aye.
Coulter.
Yes.
Pepsel.
Yes.
Cellentrup.
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7K passes. L, please.
An ordinance approving a boundary adjustment for Stone Bridge, Plat 6 in the city of Washington, Missouri, Franklin County, Missouri.
Saltrop.
Introduced by Selentroop.
So this is in the phase 3 of Stonebridge, and this is just 2 lots that were here at the end of the phase that one person wants to buy both lots and make it into one larger lot. So they're just vacating or removing that one lot line in the middle and vacating the easement that was there. So pretty straightforward.
But they're keeping that utility easement that runs parallel with Fiddler's
Yes,
Close Road.
that has the sanitary sewer in it. So yes, keep it.
Just so everybody knows.
Questions? Second reading, Sherry.
An ordinance approving a boundary adjustment for Stone Bridge, Plat 6 in the city of Washington, Missouri, Franklin County, Missouri. Hydrich.
Aye.
Briggs.
Yes.
Packey.
Yes.
Holtmeyer.
Aye.
Coulter.
Yes.
Pepsel.
Yes.
Cellentrup.
Yep.
Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 7L passes. 8, please.
Commission, committee, and board reports. An ordinance approving the final plat of Stone Bridge, Plat 5 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Holtmeyer.
Introduced by Holtmeyer.
And this is the final plat for Stonebridge Phase 4, but it's Plat 5 that we accepted the minimum improvements earlier for, shown up here.
Further discussion? Second reading.
An ordinance approving the final plat of Stone Bridge, Plat 5 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Hydrich.
Aye.
Briggs.
Yes.
Packey.
Yes.
Holtmeyer.
Aye.
Coulter.
Yes.
Pepsel.
Yes.
Yes.
Cellentrup. Bear.
Yes.
By your vote, ordinance 8A passes.
Mayor's report.
Just looking at the plat up there and all the development going on the terrace on the other side of town, I'm really anxious, and I think a lot of folks are too, to see what this does to our housing situation. It's gonna happen in short order, guys, so we'll know something. Because that's an issue. Right now, we don't have enough houses for young families, and we need them. And we're taking steps to address those. So, to me, that's really exciting. That's all I have.
City Administrator's
I
report.
just have 2 items just put on your, well, one, I hope you're receiving the emails from Eileen in our office or whatever, just about updates of stuff going on, et cetera. It's just another communication tool to let you know what's going on, but I'm going to regurgitate a couple of those. The Sales Tax Renewal Committee will be meeting this Friday at 11:30 a.m. That could possibly be their last meeting, but that's not to say that there will be maybe a marketing committee, maybe later at a later date, but the purpose of the committee on Friday is to kind of take a look at the projects one last time, review the comments that we received from the open house, which was on the 20th. We only received I will tell you that we only received about 6 or 7 comment cards, and most of them were all favorable of the projects that were being submitted. I don't think there was really any negative, to be quite honest, but, so we'll go over that. There's some couple other items that they may discuss, but the goal is for them to go ahead then and give you a letter recommending to place both the transportation sales tax as well as the capital improvement sales tax renewal on the ballot, and you would need to go ahead and do that sometime in December for Sherry to go ahead and file the paperwork then over at the clerk's office. I think that we would have to turn that, you gave me some dates in December, Sherry, I
I
think.
would say that we would have to have the verbiage over to the county by December 9th.
There you go. So that's our goal, is to get it over there as early as possible. Second item is just Charles mentioned earlier, Fox Crest is going to be hopefully ready, the street itself completed. We're not opening it up until the guardrails get in, but we've been told that that's going to happen within the next 2 weeks. And so our goal is to go ahead and then and have a ribbon cutting at 4 PM prior to your next council meeting on the 17th. So anybody that wants to attend that, we'll get you more details out at a later date. And pretty important connection over there, hopefully to help with the situation at Rabbit Trail and Renaissance Drive. So that's all I have.
Council comments?
Yeah, I got something I'd like to bring up. Tony, you started the leaf collection today, I guess?
Correct. Yeah, we did start this morning.
I was talking to Councilman Packey, and is there any way we could back it up? Because there's not a whole lot of leaves on the ground right now.
You know, we talked about this today. It's really kind of hit and miss. Some seasons, the first round is really heavy and the second round isn't, and some it's not. And the reality of it is, the whole thing is focused around deer season. I lose half my workforce at deer season, so a couple weeks before, try to get a round in, I lose a lot of workforce, and then afterwards in December, when it's over, we start the second round, so.
So if it's running late, like it looks like it's going to, are we gonna continue to do it into December?
We don't normally. Normally, by the time December gets around, we've got a pretty good load of leaves down.
It just seems like
not
the
normal.
leaves aren't falling like they did last year.
No, they're not. No, we're getting a few. We've had a couple loads today, but obviously not like last year was. I think last year was heavier the first round than the second round.
And are you starting east again and going west or west-east?
Starting east and work our way to the west. Mainly because our dump site is in the west, so we can work through our streets as we go.
Anybody else?
If nothing else, I just need a motion to.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.